Hold an acorn in your hand. It's tiny. It weighs almost nothing. You could lose it in your pocket. Now picture the oak tree it becomes, 100 feet tall, weighing as much as a couple of school buses. Tons and tons of solid wood. So here's the question one of my kids asked me, staring up at a giant tree. Where did all that come from? All that wood, all that weight, where did the tree get it? And almost everyone, including me at first, gives the same wrong answer. We say the dirt. The tree ate the soil, but it didn't, not even close. Most of that giant tree was built out of something you can't even see. Most of it came from thin air. That sounds impossible, so let's prove it. Hundreds of years ago, a scientist decided to actually check. He planted a small tree in a big pot of soil. He weighed the tree and he weighed the soil. Then he did nothing but water it for 5 years. After 5 years, the tree was huge. It had gained over 150 pounds of wood and leaves. So if the tree ate the soil, the pot should be missing 150 pounds of dirt, right? He weighed the soil again. It had lost a couple of ounces. Practically nothing. The tree gained 150 pounds. The soil barely changed. So where on earth did 150 pounds of tree come from? That question took science a long time to answer. And the answer is one of the most amazing tricks in all of nature. Here it is. A tree doesn't eat. A tree builds its own body out of 3 ingredients you'd never guess: air, water, and sunlight. It's a process with a big name, photosynthesis. But the idea is simple. A tree is a factory that takes air and water, uses sunlight as the power source, and turns them into food. Sugar. The same sugar becomes the wood, the bark, the leaves, and the branches. The tree eats sunlight and builds itself out of the leftovers. Let's walk into the factory and watch it happen. The factory floor is a single green leaf. 3 things arrive at that leaf. First, air comes in. The leaf is covered in thousands of microscopic mouths, way too small to see, and they breathe in a gas that's floating all around us. Carbon dioxide. You could breathe it out. The trees breathe it in. Second, water climbs up. The roots drink it from the soil and pipe it all the way up the trunk to the leaf. And third, the power switch, sunlight. The leaf is green for a reason. It's packed with a substance called chlorophyll. And chlorophyll's whole job is to catch sunlight. Fun fact, straight from our sky episode, the leaf grabs the red and blue light and bounces the green back at your eyes. That bounce the way green is the only reason a leaf looks green at all. Now, the magic. Inside the leaf, powered by that captured sunlight, the tree rips apart the carbon dioxide in the water and snaps the pieces back together into sugar. And it has one thing left over, a gas it doesn't need, so it breathes it out. That leftover gas? Oxygen. The very air you're breathing right now. Okay, so here's the part that should give you chills. The carbon dioxide that the tree breathed in from the air, the carbon part of it gets locked into the sugar, and the sugar gets built into wood. Which means the wood, the trunk, the branches, that giant heavy tree, is mostly made of carbon that the tree pulled atom by atom out of the sky. A log is basically solid air. Years of invisible gas and sunlight captured and stacked up into something you can knock on. That's where the 150 pounds came from, not the ground, the air. By now you might be thinking, then why does a tree even need soil? Good question. The roots do 2 important jobs, just not the one we assumed. 1, they hold the tree down so a 100-foot giant tree doesn't tip over. And 2, they drink water and sip up a tiny pinch of minerals. Think of those like the tree's vitamins. Important, but small. Vitamins don't make you huge, food does. And the tree makes its own food out of the air, up in the leaves. So the dirt anchors the tree and gives it a drink. The building material falls out of the sky. So next time you stand under a big old tree, look up and really think about what you're seeing. Every pound of it, once invisible gas drifting in the air and light pouring out of the sun. Quietly pulled down year after year and woven into something you can climb. A tree is sunlight and air made solid, and every leaf is very gently handing you back the oxygen to take your next breath. Not bad for something that started as an acorn in your pocket. If you like this one, hit subscribe. Next time on Backyard Library, we're finally answering the one we promised. Why does time itself slow down when you move fast enough? The strangest true thing in all of science. The Einstein episode.